You are not distracted because the world is loud. You are distracted because you never decided what deserved your attention and what did not. Monk mode is not a productivity hack. It is not a challenge you do for 30 days and post about. It is the oldest form of self-governance known to philosophy, 8 rules that the Stoics understood 2,000 years before the modern world gave them a name. Here is the pattern most people live inside without seeing it. The morning begins with someone else's content, someone else's crisis, someone else's opinion about the world you haven't yet formed your own view of. By 9 a.m., your attention has already been given away freely to a dozen different directions, and the work that would actually change your life hasn't been touched. This is not laziness. It is the absence of structure. And structure, the Stoics understood, is not a restriction on freedom. It is the only condition under which freedom is actually possible. Rule 1. Define your output before your input. Before you consume anything, before the phone, before the news, before the conversation, know what you are producing today. The mind that begins with a defined output cannot be as easily redirected by input. Rule 2. Protect the first hour. Marcus Aurelius began each day not with the empire, but with himself. The first hour belongs to your mind, your journal, your preparation, not to anyone else's emergency. Rule 3. Single task with full commitment. The Stoics did not multitask. They applied the complete weight of their attention to one thing until that thing was done. Divided attention produces divided results. The monk does one thing completely, then the next. Rule 4. Eliminate social performance. Monk mode requires a temporary reduction in the energy spent on being seen, not isolation. Intentional reduction of the performances that consume without producing. Epictetus said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." The performance of progress is the enemy of actual progress. Rule 5. Consume only what serves the work. Every piece of content consumed is a deposit into either the direction you're building or a withdrawal from it. In monk mode, the question before every input is, does this serve what I am building? If not, it waits. Rule 6. Use solitude as a tool, not as a punishment. The modern world has made solitude feel like failure. The Stoics understood it as the condition in which the most important work becomes possible. The work of knowing yourself, of hearing your own thinking, of building without the noise of other people's certainty drowning out your own, developing clarity. Rule 7. End each day with an accounting. Marcus Aurelius examined each day before sleep, not to judge, to understand. Where did the attention go that was not sent there consciously? What pulled the focus that had not earned it? The daily accounting is not self-criticism. It is the feedback loop that keeps the system honest. Rule 8. Recommit every morning. Monk mode is not a state you achieve. It is a decision you make again at the beginning of every day. The Stoics knew virtue is not possessed. It is practiced. Every morning, the rules are not remembered. They are chosen again. Seneca wrote, "Omnia aliena sunt, tempus tantum nostrum est." Everything is foreign to us. Time alone is ours. The 8 rules are not about doing more. They are about ensuring that the time that is entirely yours, the only thing that is entirely yours, is spent by you deliberately, consciously, in the direction that you, not the algorithm, not the notification, not the social performance, decided. You don't need monk mode because you lack discipline. You need it because discipline, real, sustainable, ancient-tested discipline, has always required the same thing. A decision about what deserves your attention, made every morning, before the world gets the chance to make it for you. Maybe the focus was never missing. Maybe it was just never protected.